AOC must have been listening to Greg Gutfeld. She's now leaning into personal insults by making fun of MAGA men and Stephen Miller's height.
Stephen Miller is a clown. I've never seen that guy in real life, but he looks like he's like 4'10", and he looks like he is angry about the fact that he's 4'10". Like, laugh at them. Laugh at them. This is about insecure masculinity. And one of the best ways that you can dismantle a movement of insecure men is by making fun of them.
But Stephen Miller will not be short-shamed.
We knew that her brain didn't work. Now we know their eyes don't work. So, I mean, she is a mess, right? What a train wreck. What a train wreck. Every time she's on TV, Republican approval ratings go up, Democrat approval ratings go down. That lady is a walking nightmare.
But is mocking MAGA men really the smartest way to win back male voters? According to Reuters, Democrats are courting dudes in other ways, saying this. In hopes of catching up, Democrats are testing everything from ads about beer prices to influencers taking tours of the Capitol, while party heavyweights have begun appearing on podcasts that appeal to young men, a key element of Trump's 2024 strategy. My question to you is, Greg, I mean, it's not so bad being 4'10", right?
Not at all. I'm just sitting here thinking, AOC watches me. Yeah,
I think
that's all I got. No, as you know, Dana, I invented the theory called the hierarchy smear.
Okay.
So in the hierarchy smear, what rests at the top is fascist, Nazi, racist, because they make you targets for violence. On this hierarchy, physical slights are highly preferred because no one's going to hurt you. So to me, AOC is doing a really good thing. This is a vast improvement over her Democrat allies who demonize us. She's pointing her allies to a far less harmful path of ridicule. I want her to call me names. I want her to call me short and stupid, because that means she's not calling me Hitler. So a New York Times writer who went, that big Kat Timpf story? So that New York Times writer, I can't remember her name, she interviews me, and she basically wanted to nail me for calling people fat. And she's asked me, why do I mock the obese, Stelter, Pritzker, Joy Behar, when surely there are obese people in my audience? And I said, those people in my audience don't call me a fascist. They don't call me Hitler. They don't try to get my friends killed. The hierarchy of smears, calling Stelter a big fat pig, doesn't come close to the rhetoric that he's applied to my friends at Fox and otherwise. Of course, the New York Times writer did not include that in her article.
But now more people know about it.
Now she is exposed. Gotcha.
Do you think that MAGA men are insulted by AOC?
No, I think AOC wants to sleep with Miller. It is so obvious, and I'm sorry, you can't have him. Miller is the best. I know him well socially, and the man is not overcompensating. Dana, I know when people are overcompensating. I know people at this table who are overcompensating. That person is me. He is a policy savant. I mean, this guy is confident. He battles CNN with grace and with class, and he provides wise counsel to the President of the United States. This is what AOC doesn't get about men. Miller is a high-value man, because he has power and influence, because he has vision, and he's on a mission to save this republic and protect Western civilization. He speaks with confidence and flair, and he's unafraid of anything. Now, AOC may have someone that's taller like Gavin, or someone has more distinguished characteristics like Adam Schiff, the senator, who talks like this, or someone with more wealth like Soros the Younger. But those men are not brave men. Those men did not protect the country when the country needed it. We had tests throughout the last couple of years, tests on crime, tests during COVID, and tests with immigration. And all of the men that AOC seems to value, they all failed the test, and they failed it miserably. Men who are high-value men like Stephen Miller take risks. They're brave, they're unafraid, they're confident, and they're on a mission, and they have younger wives with beautiful children. I think I just gave him like a dating recommendation.
I don't know, man. That was pretty creepy.
I love Stephen Miller. That's not clear.
Clearly.
Yeah, Jessica, what do you think either about AOC's attempt to use like ridicule and insults, but also about the attempt to try to go on podcasts where they think that they might find some men who will maybe leave Trump to vote for them?
Well, I want to start by the fact that I'm still scarred from Jesse's interview with Katie Miller, Stephen's wife, where we talked about the sexual matador situation with Stephen. I don't want you.
That was my nickname.
Oh, only you.
For him.
No, I get. Well,
Is that
you're
because
very
you always
into
wore a
him.
cape to bed?
If you can't sense the sexual chemistry
can't.
that's oozing from Stephen Miller's beautiful
Well,
face, then you don't get it.
Oozing from you about Stephen Miller, which is creepy on a whole host of
I'm
levels.
not oozing anything.
I'm right next to your face.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
AOC is a very appealing and talented communicator, and Republicans even admit that. She's very well liked on the Hill by Republicans as well. They enjoy her. She does a good job.
She could read a book, though. That would be helpful.
Okay.
Maybe read some Thomas Sowell.
But all the things that were listed in the intro about what Dems are trying to do, like the podcasts and to talk about the issues that really matter, I think that's exactly what we should be doing. It's a bit of trial and error. Like some interviews are going to go better than others. And some video or content that's made is going to really hit and go viral, and some isn't.
Yeah, but you're
at
talking
least
about media strategy. We're talking about protecting the country
No,
from
you're
barbarians.
talking about that because you're so into Stephen Miller.
No.
Yes,
Yes,
you
but
admitted
no.
The point is, the economy is what matters to men and to women, but particularly the men. Say it's the most important issue. They are giving Trump bad marks on that. That is the opening for the Democrats. That's what they should be hammering.
All right,
Yeah,
Paul
they should
Morrow,
bring up
last
Amazon.
word.
She was really good with the economy when
Okay,
she
you
shut
can go
down
back to a
Amazon.
story from 5,
Let me
6
get
years
Paul
ago.
in here. Everybody wants to know what he
Are
has
you
to
into
say.
Stephen Miller?
Is it Stephen Miller?
Sexually?
I'm more into Jesse. Actually. Listen, first of all, she's in Kimmel territory on this here because she was off by a whole foot. She said he's 4'10", he's 5'10", all right? I mean, you're off by like 20%. Try to get something accurate. Now, number two, it's not actually that unserious a thing because I've said it on the air, I still believe it. I think she's the nominee for president next time around. Forget the Schumer stuff. I think she's going higher.
Right.
So who is her ideal man? Who are we talking about here? Some smelly soy boy with a man bun and a Hamas scarf? Like, what is there? If the Dems want some advice about how to reach men, especially young men, let's start with this. Define the gender, because there's two. How can we expect the Democratic Party, the current progressives in the Democratic Party, to come around to saying, okay, we're going to try to reach men, especially young men who are full of hormones? How are we going to try to reach them on their home field when we can't define what a woman is? Because for young men, their identity is young women. That's it. So if you can't come around to the idea that we actually have two genders, you're already starting at a significant loss. And all I can say is, bottom line, David Hogg, that's what they went with. Talk about a swing. And even he was too toxic for them, all right? I mean, who's next? Greta Thunberg? She's actually more masculine than David Hogg. But, I mean, really, they're actually like the same person. These are the people, these are the standard bearers that were constantly put out that we're supposed to aspire to.
You've
Guys,
seen Gavin Newsom, right?
Newsom is going to be.
But he's a weak
'cause-
man.
and what he
Look
did-
what he did during COVID.
And he comes
shut the
across-
whole state down
and he's definitely
hit it the
authentic.
French Laundry.
Yeah, he comes
All right,
across
guys.
as really heartfelt and authentic. I believe everything he says.
Yeah.
Well, I would personally like to thank AOC for giving us so much great content. It's great.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.